I really appreciate the way everyone worked together for this show. And I want to give my deep thanks to Nadine and Renee for organizing it. I used to be the head of a co-op gallery in New York, and I also ran something called the Association of Artists Run Galleries. This was trying to help artists form co-ops. And so I have some idea of how hard it is to get 24 artists to work together and lead to an exhibition. And I really appreciate the work that Nadine and Renee did. Also, Augustine Romero in an installation. If you haven't been there, you want to go take a look. I think he did a great job laying it all out. But it's just a pleasure to get in touch with everybody, even though it's through Zoom and through email and through the website and indirectly through the exhibition. It's just been fun to do. My own background is in public art. In New York, I used to do conceptual pieces out in the public. Like I painted the 64 hexagrams of the I Ching on the West Side Highway. So you could ride your bike along, and wherever you felt like it, that was your fortune, and you stopped. But then I went to work for Apple, and for me, Mac Paint was a big revelation. It's like, oh, we can do this on the computer. And so ever since, I've been doing digital art. And here in the city, we used to live in the North Valley near the Big Ditch. And recently we've been on this side of the river, overlooking the Oxbow, south of Montano, east of Coors. And so I've been working with different groups, environmentalists, politicians, homeowner associations, to save what we call the pool property, 23 acres right next to the river, one of the last open spaces. And we were able to get the city to buy that, and it's now part of the open space program. But most of my work then is involved walking through the bosque, going down to the river, looking at the Oxbow, and concerned with preserving or saving this open space and the river as a whole. As you know, it's nearly dry in the summer and likely to be dry quite often this summer. And Lauren Goodell had a great show on the sandbar that shows up when the river goes down. And the work that I do is takes off from NASA pictures, satellite pictures, and USGS maps, digital maps of all kinds, photographs, and then vectorized images. And what I'm trying to do is get a sense, help someone who's not at the wetlands get a sense of what is it like to be in the wetlands. That's why my piece is called Reeds in Mud, since a lot of the Oxbow is essentially wet land. It's swampy, it's reeds, it's parts area open water, but mostly mud and built up sand. So it's a preserve just out of the way of the main river, and I'd like to give a sense of that. And part of what I liked in our project was the land acknowledgement work, where we're recognizing the people who lived here long before the city, grew beans and corn and squash along the river, had pueblos, huge pueblos that are now totally gone, but the people are still here, and the river still needs our attention. And so it's in that spirit that I'm hoping that through the pictures I can give sense of people some concern for the spirit of the land and the river, and of all of us working together. Thanks.